The laws against sexual assault are merely symbolic. Rape is perfectly legal in this country. Look at the conviction rates.
Good evening. An emotional Mandi Gray outside the courthouse here on University Avenue after a Superior Court overruled a sexual assault conviction and ordered a new trial. That has sent the alleged victim, Mandi Gray, and the accused, Mustafa Urury, back into legal limbo tonight. And again, it's raising questions about how sexual assaults are seen in our court system, how they're tried, and the pursuit for justice.
I never needed any man to tell me if I was raped or not. I've known. I always knew I was raped. I don't feel like anything's been undone. I still know what happened to me.
Standing by her claims, Mandi Gray held nothing back outside the provincial courthouse today.
I'm disturbed by the entire system. I'm disturbed by all the battles you have to go to get the bare minimum.
Gray claims she was sexually assaulted by fellow York University student Mustafa Urury after a night of drinking back in January 2015. Both made their way inside the courthouse this morning. Inside, Gray sat visibly agitated while Superior Court Justice Michael Dembrot read his appeal decision, criticizing now retired Ontario Court Justice Martin Zucker's 2016 decision, saying, quote, the trial judge applied different standards of scrutiny to the evidence, going on to say, I conclude that his reasoning is incomprehensible.
Well, he was concerned predominantly that the judgment just didn't explain the reasons why he disregarded Mr. Urury's evidence, and that's the fundamental bedrock of the criminal justice system.
Urury's defense called for today's appeal, arguing the judge who oversaw the trial was biased, alleging his research on gender violence clouded his objective view of the evidence.
I'm so sad that justice wasn't served today.
Those critical of today's appeal ruling say this is just another example of systemic issues in Canada's justice system and how sexual assault cases are handled.
I think also the training for judges that's been talked about a lot, we need to talk about that training. We also have to think about who's being put on the bench and how are they being chosen, who's getting to decide who they are, and how those conversations are going. A
new trial has now been set for August 4th, though today Mandi Gray wouldn't confirm if she would be willing to participate in a new trial.
Mr. Urury has always maintained his innocence. He testified that this was a consensual sexual act.
Defense attorneys argue the accused is also on the losing end today, especially if a new trial doesn't end up happening.
It also deprives him of an opportunity to clear his name, and that's something that's important for an accused person just as much as important for a complainant in a case as well.
As for Mandi Gray, she says today's ruling has left her with a jaded view on our legal system.
This sends a loud, clear message to people who are sexually assaulted. Don't bother reporting, because you're going to look at the next 2-3 years of your life being wrapped up in a system that really doesn't care about you.